In this video, we will be covering the advantages and disadvantages of studying on an H-4 visa and an F-1 visa, but we will also be covering the eligibility for in-state tuition, the documents that you will be requiring if you want to apply for in-state tuition, and the biggest advantage on both of the visa categories. Hi guys, I'm Priya from It's OKR and welcome back to our channel. The topic for today is advantages and disadvantages of studying on an H-4 visa versus F-1 visa. And if you're new today, It's OKR is a content platform for South Asian immigrants. We create a lot of content to educate and entertain and empower the South Asian community. Before we begin, please hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. It's going to make sure that you get notified of any video that we post. If you haven't checked out any of our previous content, please do check it out. And if you like it, please spread the word. So, if you are on an H-4 visa in the United States of America, you have two options. You can enroll in the university and continue to study on your H-4 visa, or you can change your status to an F-1 visa and then enroll in the university. It is very important to understand the advantages and disadvantages of each situation, and a lot of it is going to depend on three main things: your visa status, your financial situation, as well as your career goals. In this video, we are going to cover all three of this and what are the advantages and disadvantages of being on H-4 visa and studying in a university, and changing your status on an F-1 visa and enrolling in the university. So follow along. So let's discuss the advantages of studying on an H-4 visa. The biggest advantage of studying on an H-4 visa is you are eligible for in-state tuition. In-state tuition is a great option, especially if you do not want to have a financial burden as you are pursuing your career goals and you're waiting for your EAD or whatever your situation looks like. Depending on the school that you choose to enroll and the state that you live in, you may or may not be eligible for in-state tuition. If you're eligible for in-state tuition, you have to remember that it's only available for public colleges and universities. It's not available for private institutions. So that's something to keep in mind. In-state tuition is considerably cheaper than regular tuition, and in some cases, it is as low as half the cost of the regular tuition. Now that we have discussed that, let's understand the eligibility criteria for in-state tuition for an H-4 visa holder. So to be eligible for in-state tuition, you must remember three important things. The number one thing is you must be married to an H-1B visa holder for at least a year, and then you must be on that dependent status for at least a year. The number two piece is that the H-1B visa holder and you must be living in the same state for at least a year where the university or school is located, and you must be able to provide proof of residency. The third one is the H-1B visa holder should be paying those state taxes. So now that we have discussed the eligibility criteria for in-state tuition, let's understand the documents that you will need to finally be eligible and apply for it. The number one thing is, as soon as you land in this country, try to get your driving license. The second piece is make sure that you register your car and have a registration plate. The number three is when you and your spouse are renting an apartment, make sure that the lease is on the H-1B visa holder's name, but you can also get yourself added to the lease. The fourth piece is open a bank account and make sure that you and your spouse are filing taxes at the end of this year. Once you have followed all of these steps, you will be able to establish proof of residency in the state where you're applying to go to college. You should definitely check with the school in case they have specific requirements to be eligible as well so that you can gather those documents. So now let's understand the disadvantages of studying on an H-4 visa. The biggest disadvantage of studying on an H-4 visa is you're not eligible to work as research assistant or have any other jobs while you are studying. Usually, these jobs are taken to ensure that you are covering some of your tuition fees, but that's not possible in the H-4 visa category. The number two disadvantage is that you're not eligible for OPT or CPT. So let's understand the advantages of studying on an F1 visa. The biggest advantage of studying on an F1 visa is that you're able to hold on campus jobs while you are in school. You're also eligible for CPT and OPT. The only thing that you have to remember is that when your school is in session, you are limited to do 20 hours a week, and when your school is not in session, you are eligible to do 40 hours a week. Now, let's understand the disadvantage of studying on an F1 visa. The biggest disadvantage of studying on an F1 visa is that you're not eligible for institution. However, you can hold on campus jobs or off campus jobs through CPT and OPT and cover some of the intuition fees. Now that we have discussed the advantages and disadvantages of both, remember the biggest advantages of either of the visa types is the fact that you're eligible for an H1B visa as long as your employer is willing to sponsor it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you have enough information to make the right call if H4 is right for you or if you should be moving to an F1 visa. We have a detailed guide on how to change your status from H4 visa to F1 visa on our website, and we will link that on the description box. We will also create a video about that if that's going to be helpful. So leave that in comments and tell us if you'd like us to create more videos like this. I hope you found this content valuable. We would love to hear from you. So anything that you can share in comments will be much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe and follow It's OKR for more such content. We are not legal advisors. Everything that we put out on the channel is based on our own research and experiences from our friends and family. We personally have gone through a lot of visa situations here and there, so we want to make sure that every information we put out there is easy to understand and can be digested by anyone who's confused by how immigration works in the United States.